Okay, I'm live. Welcome, ladies. Just going to get my comments up on the screen. Now, I am using my microphone, and obviously this is my first time using it, so hopefully it will actually work and do the job. So let's see. Okay, I'm just trying to get my comments up. You know the drill. Takes me about 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to get these comments up so I can see myself. Okay, I have the comments up and everything's good. Hi AJ, welcome. Okay, so in today's video, hi Sarah, we are going to be speaking about the fact that it's not about changing yourself, it's about becoming a better version of yourself. I'm excited to get into this topic. And hi Amna, hi Rachel, hi Sarah, when you come in, thumbs up and say hello. Hi girlies, charisma. Hi everyone, welcome and thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming in. Hi Anna and Nadine. Okay, so let's get into this topic. Thumbs up, say hello. Okay, let's get into this. So I feel like one thing that is so you know embedded in us these days is to judge ourselves in terms of comparison to other people. So comparing ourselves to other women and their bodies, their facial features, maybe their hair, maybe this, maybe that. So many different things come into comparison. And especially with things like Instagram, and well, I would say more so Instagram, because Instagram is very much fake. You know, so many people, they smooth their skin. You know, they're even with videos, you can still edit your bodies these days. Even people on YouTube, when they do tutorials, they're using the particular cameras to blur with the blur effect. Hi guys. So lots of people are doing those things, and what tends to happen is, even though in the back of our minds we know that these things are fake and most of it is just, it's just not real. It's not real day to day. You never see anyone walking around looking like an actual filter. I've never actually seen that. So you have to remember that these things are online, and what tends to happen is we can really start comparing ourselves and thinking that we need to change, we need to be different, and you really don't. You just have to be you, but be the best version of yourself. And I just want to make sure that lots of my my videos have and my messages have not been misconstrued. I do talk about, you know, the feminine voice control. I speak about doing those cosmetic procedures if you feel like you need to. I'm an advocate for that. I'm an advocate for everything that I talk about. If you wanted to do, I don't know, any surgical thing, that's entirely up to you, as long as it's safe and it's going to make you feel good and blah blah blah. I speak about those things. I speak about putting your best foot forward in terms of your appearance and the clothes that you're wearing, what you're putting on your bodies, how you're treating your bodies. Also, just with internal, you have to pamper yourself mentally as well. So I speak about all of these things, and I want you to understand. First of all, I hope that the audio is better. I am using my mic. This thing better be on. I hope it's working. So I do speak about all of these things, and most of the things that I talk about are external things. So I just want to make it very clear. Yes, I speak about you becoming a better version of yourself, but I don't want you to feel like you need to be a different person or change yourself. I want you to just be a better version of yourself. There's nothing wrong with the person who you are. and I just want to make sure that my message is not getting misconstrued. So let's go back to Instagram for a second. Let's go back to YouTube for a second. Everybody comes online and they speak about the best parts of their lives. They speak about all of the ups. Some people do speak about the downs, but I mean, who knows? Sometimes a lot of those downs can be maybe for views. You really just don't know when it comes to social media. So like I was saying, most of the time people speak about the best parts of their lives. They come online when they're looking their best as well. They are just, hi, the ultimate girlfriend. They are just trying to be, they come online when they are putting their best foot forward. And obviously, I do that also. Well, I try to. I try to, girl. So you've got to think at the end of the day, you don't see behind closed doors when people have really dark circles a lot of the time, or when they haven't combed their hair for 2 days, or when they haven't shaved their legs. You don't see those things. You just see absolute, I want to say, not perfection, because nobody really is. People can portray perfection on Instagram, but if you see these people out in real life, they're never going to be perfect. So even with all of the plastic surgery, they can do everything that they want to do, and they are still going to have something about them that is not going to be perfect. So at the end of the day, it's not about comparing yourself to other people, feeling like they have a better life than you. They are not showing you their downs. They might be battling with things mentally and they may have that going on, but the external can seem like everything is perfect, but it might not be. So I want you to remember that it's not about changing yourself to be somebody else, to be a different person, comparing yourself to these other women, because they are never going to be you and you are never going to be them. You have to learn to love yourself, to embrace yourself, and to just accept the woman who you are and build upon it by being a better version of yourself. So I just want to make that very, very clear. It's not about changing who you are. Even with your feminine voice control, you can do all of the feminine voice control in the world that you want to do. That does not mean that you are changing who you are. You're never going to be a different person. You're just going to be a better version of yourself, or a different version of yourself. But it's not about trying to be a completely different person. Okay, so I just want to make that very, very clear, because I just want to make sure that what I'm saying is not being taken the wrong way. I want everyone to just be so happy with the woman who they are and stop trying to be somebody else. Now, the reason why I wanted to come on here and say this is because I was on Instagram this morning. I went and I put up a story, and I clicked on the explore page, and I do not look on the explore page on Instagram, because I just feel like, first of all, it's a waste of time. Second of all, I don't care about anybody on Instagram. And thirdly, like, I just feel like you can just get swept up in it, and sometimes it can be kind of negative, to be honest, on Instagram, because everybody on there has a filter on. Well, not everyone, but most people do. People are editing everything left, right, and center. Everybody on there has, liposuction or body enhancement or this and that. It's like, you can't look at that and then what I'm trying to say is, the more you look at something, the more normalized it seems. So it seems very, very normal when you look at Instagram repeatedly. But when you actually walk outside and you see somebody that would be somebody on Instagram, and you see them in real life, it doesn't look normal. Okay? And I'm just saying this because you have to understand that what's on Instagram is normal for Instagram, and what's real life is normal for real life. I want you to want to be a real life woman. There's nothing wrong with being a real life woman. I want you to want to be a real life woman. Even if you're going and you're getting surgical body enhancements, then just make it be a better version of yourself instead of trying to look like an entirely different person and have an entirely different body and blah blah blah. Enhance yourself. Be the best version of yourself without trying to be somebody else. If you feel like maybe you want a bit more, breasts, then get, a little enhancement. But you don't have to be somebody else, which is what I'm trying to get across. I have actually seen, this is really no shade. I'm not trying to be out of order or anything like that. And even if anybody on here has had this done, I'm not trying to be out of order to you at all whatsoever. But I have actually seen BBLs out in real life. I've seen it maybe 3 times in London. And once, I actually cannot forget this. I think this was last year. This was right near Harrods. And I saw a young woman, so she was probably about 25, I don't know, something like that, and she had a really, really exaggerated BBL, and people were turning their heads to, it was like, I felt like that people were treating her like she was a circus act. Okay, they were treating her like she was a circus act, because you've got to remember, people are not used to seeing those things outside of Instagram, and I felt like she must feel uncomfortable, and even I felt bad for her. Other people were staring at her like she was like she was an animal in a zoo. That's how I felt. Now, you've also got to understand, when you have certain bodies, you're going to be attracting certain people as well. So if it's just your natural body, then fine. But if you're doing an enhancement for male attention, then just remember that you've got to be careful with what kind of male attention you might be getting, because we all know that specific people really prefer certain things. So just some reminders for you and some things for you to bear in mind. So let's have a look at a few of these comments. Yes, cheers to being the best versions of ourselves. I love that. This is what I needed to hear. Yes, AJ. Them BBL bodies are not attracted to affluent men, only rapper boys. Yeah, I do feel like, I'll be honest, I think that more conservative men might think it looks sexy, but they can't really be walking around with someone like that if they are conservative. If maybe they are moderate, it might be a bit different, but if this man is conservative, I just don't see it. I don't see it. So you do have to be mindful, I agree, when you are making these enhancements, or when you're wearing certain things, that what you're wearing, how you're looking, and the enhancements that you make are going to entice in different kinds of men. My laptop. My laptop. Guys, can you hear my laptop? Every time I go live, it overheats, and it never does it any other time. Can you hear my laptop overheating? And also I have the microphone, so I feel like the overheating is going to sound louder. I'm over this laptop. I feel like it doesn't like me going live. I don't know. Yeah, you were hearing the laptop the last time. You know what? I think I'm actually going to come off of here, because I don't want my laptop doing that, because it really bugs me. You can't hear it. Okay, alright, I'm going to stay on here for like 5-10 minutes. It's my laptop. It's so silly. It's so silly. I think I actually need a new laptop or something. I don't know. Every time I go live, it does it, and when I do anything else, it never does it. Hi, Mustafa. Hi. Yes, affluent men really prefer simplicity and elegance. Totally agree with that. She said it sounds like background noise. Oh, you can only hear it when I speak. That sucks because I'm doing a lot of talking. So I'll stay on here for a little bit longer, but it's 2:30 now, and I really want to get out and do some outfits and everything. Also, you know, I'm at my mum's, the kitten's here. I want to play with him a little bit before I leave. Okay, so I want everyone to take from this that you are just that girl, okay? And this is really not that laptop. Okay, all right. 5 more minutes and then I'm done. You are really that girl. However you are born, however you look, you are that girl. And all you have to do is add your makeup on top and put your perfume on, wear your nice clothes, get your confidence going, get your posture and your voice control, and you're going to be good. You don't have to do the other things. I just can push things in the cosmetic direction because that's an avenue that I personally have gone down. But you don't have to go down that route, and it's not a path for everybody. It, you know, there are complications that come with it. Also, lots of people don't speak about the health complications that can come with other procedures, blah blah blah. I don't want to go too much into the whole enhancement thing because this video is not solely about that, but it's more about embracing the woman who you are and just building upon that, you know. So that is kind of what I want you ladies to do. Hi, Frida, Sophia. Ziva, I feel like I need lots of money to be the best version of myself. Can you give us advice on budgeting and being simultaneously that girl? Yes, I really can. So first things first, I feel like you actually don't even need high-end makeup to really look the best that you can makeup wise. I have purchased expensive makeup and I have purchased you know, in between, and just like, you know, cheap brands like, you know, Rimmel London and, you know, those kind of things. And sometimes there is actually just no difference, or sometimes I may even prefer the way that the cheaper option works for me personally. I don't know why, it's just how things work for you. So I would say first of all, go and get that cheap makeup. Not cheap to the point where you feel like it is really going to be low quality, but at the end of the day, most of the companies who are making the high-end brands, this goes for clothing as well, the high-end clothing or the high-end makeup and the lower end clothing and makeup are being made really by the same factories. So you're paying more for the brand name and maybe one or two more ingredients, or, you know, blah blah blah. So at the end of the day, it's all really coming from the same roundabout source. So I would say go, I don't know what country you're in. If you're in the UK, get into Superdrug and buy yourself some, you know, some of the lower end makeup products, and you can still be that girl. If you are on a budget clothing wise, then get onto Depop and buy some clothing that is maybe second hand, or it can be new on Depop, or maybe on eBay, but you're just paying less for it. You can also shop solely when there are sales, and also Shein, you know, it's cheap and cheerful. You do have to wait, you know, about a decade for your delivery to arrive, but at the end of the day, it's still a cheaper way to buy the clothes that you like the look of. So I would say you can still be that girl on a budget, absolutely. Even with hair, this, I don't know if you wear hair or what your deal is, but this hair was, I can't even remember what I paid for this half wig. I actually can't remember now. Maybe I can't. I would be lying if I even said a price. I feel like it was definitely under £35. So I paid £35 for this. I'm still able to look after my hair. It's cheaper than buying a wig, which, by the way, I actually have a wig review coming, so hold your horses for that. But it's cheaper than buying a wig if you're not, you know, buying wigs, or if you buy clip-ins, blah blah blah. This is a really cheap option. Also, you could look on eBay for clip-ins. You don't have to buy premium price things. You can buy things for less that still are good quality. So I just want you to kind of understand that you can actually look like that girl. Even when it comes to bags, they do not have to be designer to give you that you know, that it girl factor. They really don't. They don't have to be designer. They can be just something that looks pretty. At the end of the day, for me personally, I feel like when you're looking your best, it's when you are feeling your best, when you are using things that work for you makeup wise, clothing that works for your body. Wearing stuff that may be just expensive doesn't make you necessarily look good at all whatsoever. So that's what I would say. Oh, sorry, you said budgeting. I don't feel like I really answered this properly. Well, entirely. So let me just get to the budgeting. With the budgeting, what I would do if I wanted to be on a budget with my beauty care and my looks and buying new things, I would, every month, I would put aside money dedicated solely for that. And I would take that money that I've taken out for my beauty to be as important as, you know, my other bills. That's how serious I would take it. So that's what I would do in terms of budgeting. Oh, also, I recently went to in Hampstead. They have really cute like thrifting well, I don't know how many. There was one that I walked past. I went there to have like a cake and blah blah blah, and then I walked past this market looking hall that had second-hand things. Lots of the things were new and lots of the things were not. So you would buy like vintage things there as well. And I had a browse in there. I was actually having so much fun. There were so many nice things in there for less money, and they still look really lovely. And you're buying pieces that not, you know, every single woman is buying at the same time in Zara, on ASOS, you know, blah blah blah. So you're buying different things that not every single woman and their mum has. So I think that that may be a good route to go down as well. Hi, Ari. Hey. And ladies in here, make sure that you thumbs me up, honey. Thumbs me up, because yeah, it does really help me out when you actually thumbs me up. Just because I think that it actually helps more women who are already even subscribed to see this on their to be recommended to them for some reason. So yeah, I think that this really does help when you actually thumbs up, and yeah, so please thumbs up this video. I think that this fan inside this laptop is getting even louder. This thing's crazy. I tell you this right now, as soon as I come off my live stream, it stops. Maybe something's going on in my laptop. Anyway, okay, let's get back onto the topic, and then I'm going to love you and leave you, because I have some really nice looks that I want to get recording. So, don't change yourself, be a better version of yourself. I think I didn't finish the title. I think that's fine. Be a better version of yourself. So if I wanted to enhance myself and be the best version of myself, where would I start? Well, I would probably make a list, and on that list I would write down, this is going to sound negative for a second, but I would write down the things that, maybe the top, maybe 3 things that I really, really, really need to change for me to be the best version of myself. And you have to get honest. Thank you. I see the thumbs up going up. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you have to be honest with yourself and stop babying yourself. And you know, you have to get really, really real for a second and just think, what would actually make me look better about myself? Well, I hate this, so I can make a difference to that. I can change that. I can do this to change it. I can hide it with makeup, or I can, if maybe you're wanting to get more shape, I can wear shapewear, or I can do fat freezing if you want to freeze fat, or do blah 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 in certain areas. So there are so many different things that you can do in this day and age to make those changes and be the woman who you want to be and be the better version of yourself. There are so many options these days, and that is kind of amazing. So yes, this day and age kind of sucks in terms of social media and just the, I would say it's just the lies of it, you know, it's just the fakeness of it all. Everybody uses a filter, blah blah blah, you know, we all know this, yeah. So that is a bad aspect, but the good aspect is that there are so many treatments, so many different things that you can do these days to make yourself be the best version of yourself. Yes, I speak about YouTube and Instagram being kind of negative, but it is also positive as well if you use it for the right reasons. You can look online for absolutely everything under the sun that you maybe want help with. So in terms of your skin, in terms of weight loss, in terms of weight gain, in terms of a healthy diet, in terms of just broadening your horizons and seeing how different people live to make you want more for yourself. Like, there are so many different positives to social media as well. So it really can be about the way that you're using it, and even just in general normal life, people out and about, maybe friends or whoever, we all do get jealous, we all do compare ourselves. That happens all the time. It's a normal part of life, and it's a normal part of mankind to be that way, because it fuels you and it pushes you. Well, it's supposed to. If you channel that feeling in the right way, then it will fuel you to better yourself and to improve yourself and to be the better version of yourself. So, hi Sarah, yay, you caught alive, I'm pleased about that. Robin, hi girl. So that's definitely what it's about. It's about making the best of what you have by improving upon it, improving upon yourself, building upon yourself, and you do not need to be somebody else, to look like somebody else, to walk, talk, act like somebody else, to think like anybody else. You don't need to have anybody else's body, you don't need to have anybody else's hair, anybody else's eye color, anybody else's eyelashes. I don't know. I could just go on and on and on. You don't need to have anything else that anybody has. All you need to have is your own back. You need to embrace yourself and build upon yourself to be the best version of yourself. And that is going to be different for every single individual, for every woman. We all want to make different changes. We all have different improvements that we need to make in different areas. So you have to remember that as well. It's not a one size fits all situation. So that's another reason why comparison with other women, it's never going to make sense, and it's never going to make you feel good. So you must try to avoid that. Definitely try to avoid that. But I'm going to get off of here in like 2 seconds. Don't change yourself. Be the better version of yourself. And I'm going to end this video on that note. So thank you so much for joining me, ladies, and for tuning in. I know this is really short, sweet, straight to the point, but sometimes that's how it's got to be, because this fan, this noise is actually, I can't even take it right now. And yeah, I'm going to record some looks on Instagram. So, well, for my Instagram. So yes. Oh, and also I want to make this very clear, because how can I be talking about Instagram being fake without speaking about my Instagram? So on my Instagram, I do edit. So I just want to make this very clear, because some people might look at my things and think something or whatever. I edit the vividness of the color. I edit the vividness. I also do the definition thing as well. So I do those editing as well. If my skin looks terrible, then I will absolutely blur some of it. If it's a photo, obviously I can't do that on a video, because I don't have all that app stuff, and to be honest, I'm too lazy to do all that stuff. With my videos, my reels, I don't edit at all. The only thing I do is the vividness of the color and the definition to make it sharper. So if anything, it's going to make me, bring everything out even more. So I just want to make that very clear with my own stuff, what I do, in case you're wondering. And sometimes on my stories, I add the Paris filter as well. So I just want to make that very clear, because otherwise it's kind of hypocritical if I'm talking about Instagram and blah blah blah, and I'm not mentioning my own stuff. So there we go, and those are some of the enhancements that I make to my own social media. On my YouTube channel, there's no running away from anything. This is what it is, and I just want to make that very clear. So yeah, with that being said, ladies, I'm going to love you and leave you here. My next video will be a pre-recorded one, so it won't actually be a live video, because I think I'm going to need to take my laptop and get this sorted out. So I already have a pre-recorded video recorded, so I just need to edit that. And also I have a wig review coming, so I'm super excited about that. I received the wig yesterday. Well, not a review, but like a try on. Thank you, wishing you a lovely day too. And okay, ladies, so I'll see you in my next video. And also don't forget to turn on your notifications, blah blah blah. I don't want to bore you. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.